Hey guys, welcome back to Cakes and Complaints. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Dayahn.
And today we are going to be having a conversation while I do Day's makeup.
Now, I'm so excited. This is a treat. She hasn't done my makeup in a while.
It's been a while.
I think, what was it? Nikia's wedding.
It's been that long?
Yeah, it was our friend's wedding. She was a makeup artist at a wedding I was in. And I think it's been...
They've been married for some years.
No. It was the night y'all got engaged. That was the last time you did my... Yeah.
We were trying to convince me to change my nail polish. And I was
Yeah.
like, we ain't got turn.
Her nails are raggedy. And maybe one day we'll do it like a story time of the day they got engaged. But her nails were so raggedy, y'all.
They're raggedy right now.
And she refused to do her nails. She was like, we just going to church.
We was just going to church.
Them nails are raggedy. So in all her pictures, she's like, look at me. With her raggedy hands.
You want to see my rings?
Ooh, but that's besides the point.
Alright, I'm gonna start it while you tell them what we're gonna be talking about.
So,
today, okay?
We've been, as we're on this journey and we've been talking about our friendship, and we were like, well, let's talk about like what do we look at in girlfriends. So me definitely working with young girls, it gets under my skin when they say like girls cannot be friends, and I love my girlfriends. Mm-hmm. So definitely I just want to have an honest conversation of what it means to be a girlfriend and what do you honestly look for in those relationships. Mm-hmm. So
I also feel bad, and I can honestly say that I used to be one of those girls. I used to be one of those girls who was like, oh, I'm a guy's kind of girl because girls be hating, blah blah blah, all the crap that we say when we just don't know how to communicate or be a good friend. And that's really what it comes down to, is that you don't know how to be a good friend, or you don't know how to communicate what you need from a friendship, and so you just say, you write off all women. And it's sad because life is better with girlfriends, period.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So I don't know what people would do without girlfriends. Like when people are like, oh, girls are just petty, like why did you feel like you couldn't have girlfriends, I guess?
But I was trying to say that I was putting my insecurities off on other people. And really what it was that I didn't think that I was good enough to have friends or I didn't have anything that would attract the right kind of people.
See, and for me, like having other women around me, I feel like I've always thrived in those situations. Like I've always been on sports teams with other women. I'm in a sorority. Shout out to the Zetas. I love those connections that I've had with those women I've gone to church with, women I work with. I always find me a good girlfriend, just because I feel like we can build on each other and we can push each other to come out of our shell, and we can support each other. And so luckily, I feel like I've always had really good girlfriends. And then the people that weren't so good girlfriends, I think I was able to identify them quickly and, exclude myself. Because I'm one of those people, I didn't used to be like that. I always saw the best in people. But now as I've gotten older, I keep my circle real small. Yeah. And definitely I recognize who is here for me versus who is here for the things I can do for them versus who is here for, just the connections that you can bring to them. So I think I pretty much have like 5 good friends. And they're going to be here for the rest of my life. Like, I know that. But I guess the bad ones, it's just like, I feel bad for the people that have bad girlfriends and they're still holding on to them for the sake of, oh, we done known each other for 50 years or, it's just, they're used to it.
So, okay. So I feel like there are so many ways to be a good girlfriend, and every person is different. Everybody needs different steps. So instead of talking about what a good girlfriend is, let's talk about what's not a girlfriend. Let's talk about what's not a good girlfriend. That's like a much better approach to take. So, all right, you go first. What do you think is what's one thing that's not good for the gander?
Negativity.
Okay.
I think one of those people not just like, oh girl, leave him type deal, but it's like you tell that friend your dreams or whatever and they pick it apart. Like, okay, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but a lot of people's dreams don't make sense until it happens for them. So I think once you express your dreams to someone and they're negative, that's like my first sign of like, I ain't never telling you nothing again. And I really need to start evaluating the level of access you have to me in the friendship. Because like, I don't need that. Like, it might sound crazy to you, but some of the stuff that sounded crazy to some people, like, I did it. So
ain't nothing worse than a negative Nancy, man. Oh my goodness. Nothing's worth. So you said negative, but I'm gonna go ahead and expand on that. Being a dream killer is like the absolute worst.
Right.
Like, why? Who cares? Like, my thing is this.
Who cares? It's not costing you anything. It's not affecting you in any kind of way. So,
like, how hard is it to just say I support you?
Oh, go girl.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, it can't be nothing crazy. You know, like, I'm gonna go be a prostitute, Dayahn.
I'd be like, what corner you want to stay in on? I'll blow away.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to support nothing crazy. And that's another thing of a good girlfriend, someone that can hold you accountable to things that's going to be a part of your demise. Like, no, I would never support Lauren being on the street corner. But, you know, when Lauren said she wanted to do all her businesses, I was like, go for it. Yeah. When I wanted to go back to school and do a complete career change, she was like, go for it. You know, like she was like, come live with us so you won't be poor in grad school. I was so poor in grad school, y'all. And she wanted me to come live with her. Oh my God, it's so comfortable. But, you know, luckily I was able to stay in my own apartment. But, you know, she was willing to support my dream because I straight quit a full-time job to go back to school full-time for almost 2 years.
I'm so proud of you. That was such a hard time.
Oh my gosh. The brokest. The brokest. But she offered up her couch.
Mind you, he was broke too. So, but listen, it's all good.
We're going to be broke together.
It was going to be okay.
But yeah, so like it seemed crazy, but yeah, support that. But yeah, killing people's dreams, it lets you know, definitely not, people think you're crazy. Sometimes people don't want you to get bigger than what you are because they can understand you at this level. But if you get to that next level of you, like how one, people, you got to watch for the one-uppers. Like they want to one-up you and your dreams. So you got to watch the one-uppers, but also they don't know if they can handle you if you get bigger than what you are now. So definitely.
Talk about the one-uppers.
The one-uppers. I hate the one-uppers.
I used to have a one-upper friend.
I think we've all had a one-upper friend. I think we've all had a one-upper friend. And it doesn't matter, like, what you're doing. It's like, they gonna do one-up. Like, I drank a Coke. Well, I drank 2 Cokes. I hate people like that. Like, oh, I'm about to go buy a new car. Like, oh, I was just thinking about buying a new car. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. And like, that's another thing. I hate people that you tell them a story and they always got a Me Too moment in it. Like, always got to be like, this did not happen to you. Like, I'm like, the space shuttle sat down in my yard. You know, girl, that happened to me last week. No, it did.
That did. And that was a spaceship. Like, I know you had a shuttle, but it was, you know how big my lawn is. It was a whole ship.
I hate people like that. Like, just applaud what good thing happened to me. Like, you do not have to connect with me in that way of what happened to you. Or if I'm telling you something bad that happened to me, I don't want to hear your tragedy right now. Like, bad stuff happens to everybody every day.
Every day.
But this is my hard right now. And obviously, if I'm sharing it with you, I do not want to hear about your hard right now. I'm not trying to trade war stories with you. I just need a little support.
Oh, that brings to the next one. The Fairweather Girlfriend. The one who only pops up when, like, they have something to talk about that involves themselves. Or they have like an issue that they need help with. Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely have a friend like that. Like, literally, I promise you, like, we're not friends anymore. But I promise you, like, if things were good and she wanted to talk about something good in her life, it was like the longest conversation. But if I wanted to talk about something good in my life, or if I wanted to talk about something that bothered me, it was like radio silence. So I just stopped expressing myself to that person, and then, you know, the relationship fizzled. I don't wish that person any ill will. I hope they are well where they are, but
it's the worst, man.
You know, it just wasn't worth keeping.
That goes hand in hand too with the girlfriends who can never be happy for you. Like they have to just find something like they have to find something or some fault in what you're excited about.
Yeah. So
yeah, I hate those. Okay, so I want to know what would you describe as a toxic friendship?
A toxic friendship.
Because you hear that thrown out all the time, like, oh, they toxic. But what the hell does that even mean, really?
I think for me, it's just like a toxic friendship is like when you're with that person, it just starts to wear on you. Like, and it might not even be anything that they're trying to do to you. It's just like what they choose to associate themselves with and what you choose to associate yourself with because you are linked to that person. So I think a toxic friendship definitely will take you down the wrong path if you let it. Like they might not tell you to do these things, but I'm definitely like, what is that saying? Like you're like your 5 best friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely flock be freaking clucking. So they be together, honey. So I really try to watch who I connect with, and definitely like my 5 like girlfriends, like they're no scrubs. They're definitely women with drive and vision and wonderful mothers and wives and businesswomen, and you become who you associate with. Yeah, it's like so yeah, definitely when I had like toxic friends, like I was doing things that were just totally not me. Like one of the things that is not me, like I don't go out. I really don't like clubs. I really don't like to drink a lot. I don't like any of those things. But sometimes when I was with certain people, I'd be out going ham, drinking, like chilling, living my like best life at one point. And I was like, this is not even stuff that I like to do. Like not at all. But because I associated myself with that person or those people, that became my norm. So yeah. I never really understood the whole toxic friend thing until I just recently left a toxic like girlfriendship. And this is somebody who was like I was very close to, had been there for like the hardest times. But it wasn't until after we stopped being friends that I realized that there were a lot of things that I was doing that were like slowly but surely ruining my life. And so your definition, I think, is right on point. It's right on point. It's those friendships and those relationships that cause you to act out of character. Oh, for sure. Period. Like, dump it, sis. Dump it. You don't need it. It's not even like you're trying to be fake or trying to suit that person. You're just like living in the moments with them, if that makes sense. Like you're just like living in the moments and you don't even think about it. Like, oh, this is cool. Like this is one. You think like this is one of my closest friends. So obviously, if they love me like I love them, they're obviously not going to do anything that would harm me. You would think that. But let's not act like one of the things that bothers me the most is when people act like, oh, I'm grown. And this is true. You are grown. You don't have to do what that person is doing. But even as an adult, it is very easy to be influenced by people that you love. Just period. And so miss me with that conversation, okay? Because listen, it's a proven fact that you become like you were saying, you become the people who you spend your most time with. Absolutely. So I guess since it's fresh for you, how do you prevent yourself from going back to what you know? I don't know. I don't know. I think that one thing is to realize what just happened, okay? But 2, by realizing that was the issue, you have to also realize your faults in it, you know what I mean? Like, even though that was the case, I didn't have to do the things that I was doing. I didn't have to, act in that way, but I chose to. So, 1, it makes me more aware of my behavior in the future. Right. But 2, also, tell your other girlfriends to hold you accountable. When you see me acting like this again, please open your mouth. Right. Please don't let me walk around being this way. Like, that's not okay. You know what I mean? So really it's about accountability, like you said. Like, having somebody who holds you accountable is super, super important. So yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just hard sometimes, like, definitely to break away from the things you know. It is, especially when it's somebody that you just love and adore. Yeah. Like, I'm just lucky that my situation, she made it very easy for me to be like, I'm not interested in this friendship anymore. Right. But I think that it took something like that to happen for me to even get to that place. Yeah. Who's to say it would ever happen? Yeah. And sometimes definitely, parting ways with someone does not mean they were toxic. And you know, it doesn't necessarily mean they're toxic. It just means like the way your lives are going
aren't matching up.
Yeah. They're not matching up, and like, and sometimes that's okay.
That's okay. I love that. That's a good point.
Yeah, I have friends that like I won't even say like we're not friends anymore. It's just the way our life went. We're just not as close as we were. But like if I see them, or definitely Cincinnati, I don't care what anybody says, it's small, especially amongst the blacks. The blacks. Definitely everyone that went to the same college as us. Like if I see you, like I will chop it up like it's nobody's business. But that doesn't mean like I want to, you know, continue to be friends. I just I like those touch points. Then we'll go.
Close your eyes for me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna talk while I'm doing this eyeliner so that one, you don't move.
Okay.
But okay, so close to me. One thing, and I'm just gonna say like how I feel about it, and then you can kind of expound on what you think. One thing that I feel like is huge today that I think can be really dangerous is, what is it called? What is it called? The culture of basically saying if it doesn't serve me, then I'm no longer interested in it. What am I talking about? What is it called? Something culture.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
It's cancel culture pretty much.
Close to me, yeah. But yeah, cancel culture, I think that's really dangerous. I think that there are certain relationships in your life that are worth fighting for, and that you really need to do that if it's one of those relationships. But I feel like it's becoming so common for people to just say, you know what, you're not doing what I want you to do, and so you're canceled. And so the question that I'm posing is, how do you know, open a little bit for me, how do you know if it's time to walk away or if it's time to, you know, go back to the basics and revisit and kind of talk things out? Because it's very easy these days to be like, you know what you put down, I ain't picking up, and you're not allowed in my life anymore, versus having that conversation. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the cancel culture?
Definitely, I feel like our generation, and like definitely working with kids, like their generation is definitely the generation of instant gratification. So we are quick to cancel anything. Like if I don't like this, I'll order it off of Amazon and get it the next day. If I don't, you know, want this or want to do the work for it, you know, we can just move on and find something easier. Like that isn't everything that we do, unfortunately. So I think cancel culture is really big. Definitely in friendships and dating, like Tinder and all that is definitely like, if I don't want it or if it does not serve me, I can find another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. Yes, he'll be, baby.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think for me, when I am assessing, like if I have a problem with a friendship, I need to really think about the level of love I have for this person, and like, and how they approach me. Like, I love this person, so I'm always going to try, even when I'm mad, try to still come from a place of love and not completely clock on you, especially if we have disagreements. But like, some people can't do that. And I think sometimes when you're dealing with your girlfriend, you really figure out who was raised on love and who was raised on survival. Because like, soon as people come attacking me like, what, you just came from my mama, my edges, my everything, because you mad because I said your shirt wasn't looking good. Like, why did you just come for me like that? Because you're raised on survival.
Why
like,
you attack me?
Why you attack me? So you really see those. And even, and I won't say it's bad to be friends with somebody that was raised on survival if you feel like that person needs that love to show them something different, that you know somebody can disagree with you and it's not coming from a place
right, you're not being attacked.
Right, you're not being attacked. It's just like, we disagreed, but I still love you at the end of the day. I still want the best for you. So definitely you really need to assess, like, when you are with your girlfriends, like with the cancel culture, are we still coming from a place of love with each other, love, respect, and support, or are we moving to a place of negativity? Because if it's moving to a place of negativity, we're just going to keep going downhill from here.
Okay. You know what else I can't stand? Are when people act completely different with one set of people and then act different.
Ooh. I got one worse in that same vein. The people that act different, like, oh my gosh, like, I hate people that act different. Or like the people that, okay, I have a potty mouth and that's something I need to work on. But like, I have friends that will not cuss. And then when they're like around me, they be like cussing all the time. I'm like, you don't talk like that.
You don't ever talk like that.
But I know I talk like that. I'm a sailor. So I'm okay with that. So I'm fine with you not cussing, but I'm a cuss.
Look at
So, or the people that when you get around other people, they all of a sudden want to crack jokes on you.
Oh. Have I had that happen recently? That ain't happened in some years for me, but let me tell you, the last time that did happen, I checked them right in front of everybody, and it never happened again.
Oh yeah, you gotta hit them.
You have to.
You gotta hit them.
You gotta hit them where it hurt. You got to.
Because I'm like, just so you thought your little joke was funny. Guess what? I'm Kevin Hart up in here. All right. I will light you up. I will light you up. Like, do not. I promise you, I'm not the one to joke with, and I'm one of those people like,
there we go.
If you make me mad, oh, it's over. It is over.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, you don't want these problems. You don't want these problems.
Yeah, no problem.
I can't believe. When I think about, like, what possessed you to think that you could play me?
What? Right. When you looked at me in this situation, what made you think you could come for me?
Gonna be okay.
Right.
With me clowning her in front of these people. Like, why? Like, what is the point? Like,
what's the point?
What do you think that is? You think that it's because they just don't, like, feel secure and they're like, what is it? Like, what makes
they don't feel secure, so they want the attention to be off of them and onto you, or they feel that this will connect them better with them people, because you never know. Like, there might be a reason why this person is clowning me, because maybe this person was clowning me in private, and you're trying to, like, impress them a little bit, like, oh, give them this little dig on you. So you don't know where it's coming from, but I know where it's not going to go any further. I don't know where it came, but I know where it's not going to go
back to
any further.
Whence it came.
Right. So I definitely watch those, and definitely, like, even if that person hasn't done it to me, if I see them in our friend circle or in like a social gathering and you trying to tear this other person down, it really makes me assess you as well. Because I'm like, what is the point? Like,
yeah, if you're doing it to them, you're going
to do it to me when it suits you. So I really watch that as well.
Well, okay. So when you are looking for, when you are in a situation where you're like trying to assess whether or not this person would be a good fit in your life, what are like the things that you look for in a good girlfriend? Here, I'm gonna take this.
Things I look for in a good girlfriend. Definitely supportive. Definitely easygoing. I do not like people that are so full of themselves, like they don't know how to have fun. Like, I feel like my girlfriends, it does not matter what we're doing, we're enjoying each other's company, and I enjoy that. Like, I like easygoing. I hate friendships that are heavy. Like, if it starts to feel too heavy, I want to retreat.
Yeah.
So, definitely.
You were saying?
So, yeah, as I was saying.
As you were saying.
So, yeah, really having a supportive girlfriend, someone that's there for you. And definitely, one thing, people feel like, oh, they're supportive, they're always there, they're always yada, yada, yada. I have a really, really good friend, one of my closest friends. We do not talk as half as much as I would love for us to, but I absolutely love her. But, like, if she called me right now, I'm hopping out this chair if she needed me. So, a good girlfriend does not mean we're around each other 24/7. We're talking 24/7, but at the core of things, I know I love you and I know you love me back. So that's what's important to me.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that it is somebody who For me, and this is maybe an unpopular opinion, I'm in a place in my life where I feel like it is a privilege to be my friend. And so we don't have to talk every single day, all day long. But if I consider you a close friend of mine, we're checking in because one, we got goals. We have things we're trying to accomplish. No man left behind. And so I am talking to you a lot. And so I agree with what you said. You don't have to talk every day. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like people use that as an excuse. Like, we grown. I can't talk to you every day. I can't be like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
you need to check in.
But you need to check in. Mm-hmm. I need to know you're okay. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know that you're on track. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get people are busy, but like I said, it's an unpopular opinion. But for me, that's why I have a few friends now and not many, because not many women are, I don't know. Let me not even start sounding like a total butthole. I was about to say, you ain't built like me. But I said what I said. It is what it is. So that's what I expect. So, But at the end of the day, if you get to call me friend, please believe that it's one thing to say I'm a ride for you, but I mean, like, for real. Like, if you say you're hungry, I'm like, you want me to bring you some food? Like what you need? Yeah. Like, so I consider it, and that I think is because I've lost so many really, really just close, important friendships that I never thought that I would live without that person, and now here I am living without that person. And so, if you get to be my friend, then it's a whole different. We do friendship on a whole different level over here. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, like, definitely talk back with us. We want to hear about your friendship stories and what you value and what you don't value. Because I'm pretty sure there's some things we missed in this talk. So definitely talk back with us.
Yeah,
we want to hear about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let us know what you think. Okay, so here's the finished product. I hope you guys like it.
I love it.
Thanks for attending our TED Talk on terrible girlfriends.
Terrible girlfriends. And good girlfriends. And definitely talk back with us. We want to hear from you. We want to tell us some of your stories about how you and your friends became friends and why you value those relationships. We want to hear from you. But
totally. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Hit the notification bell so that you can know when we drop new content. We're gonna start trying to drop content twice a week, but we can't make you no promises. Okay?
We don't want to make no promise because that would make us bad girlfriends if we promise y'all something and then we don't give it to you.
Yeah.
So, but yes, thank you to all of our subscribers out there. Our confetti clique, we love y'all.
Hey, confetti clique, confetti clique. Hey. Okay, but we love y'all.
We love y'all. Good night.